everyone. I hope you're having a great day so far. I just want to thank you, first of all, so much for coming to my channel and checking out another video. I am super excited to talk to you today about something that I think is crucial to everyone's diet, and that is protein. So we're going to dive into that here in just a minute. But if you've never been here before, my name is Stacy. I am a LiveGood affiliate, and I really enjoy helping people learn about our products, save some money, and make an income along the way. So I'm excited to have you here, and we're going to jump right in. So first of all, I just want to ask you a question. I want you to think about it for just a second. Are you getting enough protein? How much protein are you getting in on a typical day? My guess is, if you have to think about it, you're probably not getting anywhere near what your body needs. So actually, studies show that over 1 billion people worldwide have a protein deficiency, which is kind of crazy. And what's even more crazy is 1 in 3 adults over the age of 50 are deficient in protein. And so that really just was a wake-up call to me to think, I've got to share this, because the older you get, the more important protein is in your life and in your diet. And because, on average, so once we reach the age of 30, our muscle mass starts to decrease anywhere from 3 to 8% each decade. And as you get older, that number goes up and up. So typically by the time you get over the age of 60, that muscle mass decrease goes up to 10%. And then we get into our 70s and it goes up to 15%. And so that is a huge amount of loss in our muscle mass. And, that can lead to brittle bones. It can lead to falling. It can lead to a lot of different things. And so it's just so important that we get it in. And many people just fall so short. So first of all, before we talk about how much you need and what you should be getting in on average day, let's first talk about why protein is so important. Because, oftentimes I think when we think about protein and getting protein in, people just think about like bulking up and getting these huge, huge muscles. It's always the stereotype that, bodybuilders, they go work out and then they drink a protein shake. And, that's just, that does happen, obviously, but we all need protein, and it is crucial to everybody, whether you're trying to, whether you're working out to build muscle like that or not. So protein is the building block of life for us. It makes our blood, it's, our skin, it's in our tissues, it's in our hormones, it's in our enzymes. There's just so many pieces of our body and our systems that it's a part of. And so, anytime I'm talking to somebody and they're telling me about any kind of health concerns they're having, my first question is always, are you getting enough protein? So I'm having trouble losing weight. Are you getting enough protein? I feel sluggish all the time. I have trouble sleeping. Are you getting enough protein? I'm hungry all the time. My nails are brittle. My skin is dry. Are you getting enough protein? It is just crucial in so many ways. And so let's talk about how much you need and what is the ideal to get in each day. So typically, on average, you should shoot for a goal of 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. Okay, so if you would like to weigh or want to weigh roughly around 150 pounds, and that's your desired body weight, then you want to shoot for 150 grams of protein. Okay, if you are, if you're 200 pounds, if you want to be at 200 pounds, then you should be getting in 200 grams of protein per day. And that's a minimum, you guys, that is a minimum. So like for me, I actually am about 1.2, 1.3 grams of protein per day, per pound of body fat. So, that's just the minimum in order to thrive. And we're talking about, we want to thrive, right? Especially as we get older, we want to feel good. We're looking for that longevity. And so that's where you need to aim for. And the problem is that's a lot, right? I mean, if you're trying to get in 150, 200 grams of protein a day, which is where the average person is shooting for, anywhere from probably 130 to 200 depending on your size, that's hard to get in sometimes, and especially with whole foods. And and if you're trying to stay within a certain calorie range, then it can be even harder to get in by using whole foods. And so that really is where supplementation can be a huge help to getting that protein in. I know for me, I typically am doing a couple of protein shakes a day to get that in. I always do at least one, but oftentimes I will do two, and that's just to help up that amount of protein that I want without necessarily loading a huge amount of calories into that meal. So let's talk about the two different types of protein powders that LiveGood has to offer. I'll tell you a little bit about both of them and why I think they're both fantastic choices, and let you know how you can get your hands on them. So we'll start with the whey protein, and I'll start with this one because I would say most people are going to tend to go towards the whey versus the vegan, although they are both good, and I personally use the vegan. But my husband and one of my boys like the whey, and then the other one and myself do the vegan. So, but with the whey protein, this one, like I said, is the most common type of protein shake. Whether you're buying LiveGoods or another brand, typically it is whey. And there's two different types of whey. And so I want to talk to the fact that we use the whey protein isolate versus the whey protein concentrate. And so, I would encourage you, I'm going to set this down here for just a second, but I would encourage you to, if you are using a different protein shake, look at the labels and kind of see what type of protein they're using. A lot of the protein shakes on the market go with the concentrate, and in my opinion, that's just not the best form. The isolate is much better for a few reasons. So first of all, the isolate is broken down a step farther. So, as they break it down, they do extra steps to the isolate, and so it's a little bit easier for the body to digest. And so, if you have tried protein shakes in the past, or you've heard the connotation that, oh, I can't do a protein shake, like it always makes me feel so bloated and kind of blah. Typically it's because they're using the concentrate. The isolate is much easier for your body to digest. So that's one reason why the isolate's great. And then the second reason why the isolate is the better choice is the concentrate is typically the one that is higher in the fat and the carbohydrates, and which is part of the reason why it leads to that fullness. So especially if you're on any kind of weight loss track or anything, you don't want to go with the concentrate because that's going to give you the added calories, whereas the isolate is just a much leaner type of protein. So we use the isolate, which is awesome. The whey, because we're using whey, it does have all of the 9 essential amino acids in the protein, which is fantastic because, our body has to have those 9 essential amino acids, and it's going to get them, you can only get them from your diet. Okay. There's 20 amino acids, 9 of them are essential that you can only get from your diet. And if you don't get those in every day, your body will actually pull them from your muscles. It will break down your muscles to get those essential aminos because it has to have them. So choosing the whey isolate, it's got the 9 essential aminos in it, which is awesome. The other thing that is in this, which is fantastic, is our colostrum, and it's loaded with 7 different digestive enzymes. So colostrum is an amazing product, and it will help with the gut, help with the digestion. It's also really good for like your hair and your nails. Kind of takes a lot of the same components as a collagen, but it is going to help, if you're somebody that has leaky gut, this is going to help break this down so that your body will actually absorb it. So it's got the colostrum in it. It's also got the 7 different digestive enzymes. So again, if you're somebody that has trouble breaking the protein down, if your body has trouble absorbing it, this is going to just take it an extra step farther and break it down even more. And I will say, if you are lactose intolerant, typically you are still fine to do the whey isolate because it is broken down so much more. Now, if you have a dairy allergy, that's completely different. You wouldn't want to do this because it does have the milk component, but just the lactose intolerant typically would be fine to do the whey protein. So we have that one. And that one comes in the chocolate flavor, by the way. And it is 100 calories for 20 grams of protein. So that's a fantastic range. It is not meant to be a meal replacement at 100 calories. So, you could make it a meal replacement by adding in some other components with it, but definitely not a meal replacement on its own. But we also have our plant-based protein. And, this one is, like I said, this is the one that I use because I have had digestive issues and things. And honestly, I like the taste better of this one myself. But this one is, it's an organic pea protein is what they're using in place of the whey. And again, it's the same. It's 20 grams of protein. I think there's 106 calories per serving in this one. So just a little more than the whey, but right around that 100 calorie range. The awesome thing about this one versus typical vegan protein shakes is a lot of the vegan protein shakes on the market are not considered a complete protein, because typically with the vegan ones they are lacking those 9 essential amino acids. And so that's why usually the whey is the desired choice of protein, because it has those 9 amino acids in it that we just talked about. But with ours, we not only have the pea protein in there, we have all 9 essential acids in the protein shake. So this is the best vegan protein shake you can get on the market. I mean, it's complete protein, and it's got the protein, 20 grams, got the amino acids. So they both, you really can't go wrong with either one of these. They're so similar. The price is fantastic. We're looking at less than $30 for 30 servings in our whey one, and I think less than $35 for our 30 serving bag of our vegan one. So both great choices. Let's see, what else do I get asked? I always get asked about, is it diabetic friendly? Definitely diabetic friendly. It's sweetened with natural sweeteners, mainly monk fruit, a little bit of stevia. We have 2 carbs, 1 fiber, and 1 sugar. So, it's perfect if you're diabetic. You need this product, honestly. So, just wanted to jump on and kind of talk about both of those things. So if you are looking to get some protein into your diet, you need to get that up. That's your start. If you're having any kind of health issues, feeling bad, anything going on with your body, if you're over the age of 30, you need to make sure you are getting enough protein in. So supplement, like I said, you can drink this whenever. I personally like to do it right after I work out in the mornings, and then again in the evening, but you can do it however you want. You can easily put it in a shaker cup with some water and just shake it up and drink it. I like to make mine in the blender and throw some extra things in there, maybe some fruit, maybe some super greens, and just some other things to go along with it and make it, a good hearty smoothie. So either way, just make sure you're getting your protein in. And if you haven't tried this yet and you want to try it, you can go down in the description. You'll find a link to the product page where you can get your hands on this. Also, LiveGood, we offer a 90-day money back guarantee. So you literally can try it, drink the entire bag, and if you don't like it, send it back. We'll give you your money back. But I'm confident you are going to love this product. So thanks again for coming. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and be on the lookout for more products, discussions, and more opportunities on the business side as well if you want to hear more about that. So thanks so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.